What up, YouTube? It's King Case, man. I'm back with a Destiny 2 video for y'all. This is for the Deterministic Chaos Exotic Void Machine Gun. It's a pretty fun little mission, and it's kind of laid out in the Garden of Salvation raid. And a little bit different of a path, but basically this is kind of my breakdown of what I'd used, just showcasing a little bit of the stuff. I didn't get too in-depth within a build because you don't really need, so it's kind of a pretty easy playthrough, fun, enjoyable mission they put together. So props to Bungie on that one. And then I'm just showcasing what I switched out there because I'd already ran it once, so I've acquired the LMG. And you'll see me halfway through the mission, I switched to it to just play through it at the point of where you guys will acquire it. So if you haven't done this yet, it's definitely worth doing this mission. This machine gun is pretty bananas. It's basically, I look at it as a hammerhead replacement, even though it's not a legendary and it's an exotic. It's a lot of fun to use. It's stable. It knocks, man. It's pretty badass. So I'll let the gameplay footage roll and talk a little bit more into some different parts of the video when I acquire it and talk to you guys about it then. Enjoy the gameplay.
We're in.
Good. Any sign of the Soul Divisive?
Not a Vex in sight. You should be proud, Nimbus. Rohan's passkey worked perfectly. I guess they're still hurt over missing out on the action.
All the more reason for them to stay out of the garden. It has a way of amplifying such emotions till they blot out all reason. So, quickly and quietly now. Find the conceptual mind, grab its memory core, and get out.
The Soul Divisive. How did they know we were here?
Focus on getting past them now. We can dwell on the how later.
Yo guys, one thing I will point out is right here, you don't really have to kill all these enemies if you don't want to. I mean, you can just kind of fly through it, but these boxes, this is the mechanic for pretty much the whole thing. There will be parts later within it that you got to use the LMG and ricochet them, and that kind of confused me at first, but I'll showcase that whenever I get to that part.
Made it through. Though I still don't understand how that happened.
Also, right when you get to here, don't go this route. I did this at first too. This is where I died, thinking I had to go down, and realized I could just go up and over around. So just go this route like you're reversing the route to get to the boss from Garden of Salvation raid. Up and over here, no barrier, you can drop down. And if you're tough with some jump puzzles, use these little platforms here and just kind of follow the ledge all the way around.
as a Cloud Strider.
Like you know what it means to be a Cloud Strider.
Alright guys, so this is the spot I was talking about right after you kill the supplicants and you're about to go through the washer machine. With these, you can use the LMG or this and ricochet off these little pads. That's the part that confused me at first. I was hung up here for a minute. Then also, once you get through here, if you've already got the little Vex head thing here, you don't need to kill these enemies either. You can just go on through the pattern on the opposite sides of each other to ricochet shoot the things once you interact with the conflux, and then you can advance from this. It's the same concept all the way through.
Taken? What are the Taken doing here?
I don't know about your end, but they're slowing you down over here.
Be careful. The Taken are there. You're in for an even tougher fight than we expected. I suspect the Taken have been sent to do what the Soul Divisive refused to cover the witnesses' tracks. Completely.
They're here for the conceptual mind. Nimbus, wait!
No time to lose. Last one to the conceptual mind is a disappointment to Rohan's legacy.
As if they needed more cause to act rashly. Guardian, you have to catch up with them before it's too late.
Alright guys, so once you get to this spot, it's basically a bunch of these boots and everything that can jump you off, knock you off and everything when you're jumping, so watch for them. And this is basically why I just ran well with like a healing aid, just because of when you've got to get in the blights, the only mechanic to this encounter is just wiping out these 3 blights. I don't think you really got to kill all these enemies either. But I was just kicking back, enjoying the mission. This whole thing was put together pretty well. It's pretty cool. And anybody that's a fan of Gardener Salvation Raid, you know, you'll really like this one. That's kind of why I was just chilling, taking it easy, just enjoying the mission. But yeah, right here makes it real easy to kill blights, and then go to this one first. And once you're done with this one, you can attack everybody straight across from you and just kind of still have time in your well.
feel you have to do this for Rohan's sake, but
Rohan is dead. I can't do anything for him anymore. Except to live up to what he taught me. A Cloud Strider does whatever it takes to keep Neomuna safe. We don't hesitate in the face of danger. We don't let pain stop us. We let it remind us that...
you're still breathing, still fighting. Yes, I know. You shouldn't let pain stop you. But you can't let it propel you either. Trust me, that path only leads to more pain.
Found this. It's Cloud Strider tech, all right. Rohan probably ran right past this spot when he... Looking at this, all I can think of is how Rohan didn't need weapons or fancy mods. Sure, he liked his gear, but he didn't need all that to defend our city. To do his duty as a Cloud Strider. Just what I should be doing right now. You take
All
it.
right, so check this out.
Use
This
it to get the
thing looks
blueprint.
so sick. Whoever designed
Back
this,
in Neomuna when
genius.
you're done,
Looks
okay?
phenomenal. This is the part where I'd switched up, basically, because I need to use it anyways, so I got to swap out my exotic slot that into
Cyrus,
place, but check this
caught
out.
up with Nimbus. They're on their
Yep.
way back to
The site's
Neomuna.
pretty cool. It reminds me of like a linear fusion. So you got a Void LMG,
Guardian.
composite stock,
Must be your way with words.
hexadecimal,
But
I
you'll need
guess,
more than that if
ricochet
you want to
rounds,
reach the conceptual
polygonal
mind before
rifling.
taking.
Very, very stable,
Don't
but
forget what you're
while
here for.
holding down the trigger,
We're on
every
the move.
fourth bullet becomes a heavy projectile that weakens the targets. And so let me tell you, dude, this thing just knocks, dude. It just hits it. It's totally like a hammerhead replacement, even though you're using your exotic slot up. It's worth using. It's so fun. It's probably one of my favorite things that just got put into the game recently. I haven't took it into PvP, but man, this thing's probably going to slap some people or 2-tap or 3-tap. I don't know, but I'm ready to check it out.
At least not until we get its memory core.
Probably wouldn't even be a bad gun to take for ad clear and have in a raid, keep in your arsenal, you know. Great for stuff like that. Any type of a void build, pretty badass. Just check this out.
There's the conceptual mind, and its failed creation. Or
So
its
at the
thought.
boss fight, if you hate supplicants and you just want to do chill DPS, this is a cool little spot. They ain't gonna rush up on you there. And you can just phase them real quick and then deal with them last.
Happens more than
Either
you
way,
think.
if not, I mean, you can just hop out. It's a pretty easy phase, 3 phase of this boss. It's not too bad of a fight. This is probably the roughest in the whole encounter. I do like the mission overall, like how it's put together. I'd love to see this thing like amped up with some champions, maybe some sort of like a time trial thing to it, a legendary version, maybe make it a weekly, something like that would be really cool.
Conceptual mind is down for the count. Looks like the Taken have all cleared out. Why aren't they fighting us for the memory core?
I'm sure they were merely told to destroy the Blackheart's architect. I doubt they were aware its knowledge is the true threat.
You really think this blueprint will help us with the Veil? After all, if the Black Heart is meant to be a copy of the Veil, it didn't exactly succeed.
True. But even studying the failed attempt can lead to useful information. We won't know for certain until we open up the memory core, which will take some time, so hurry back.
And so right here, I'm just firing from the hip, firing aim down sight to showcase some of the recoil stability to it. And then if you see to the left-hand side of it where it was charging up, it shows you when you get your charge shot for the 4th bullet. Pretty cool. Loving it.
Team's researchers while you were out. They've been itching to get their mitts on this. I knew you'd get the job done. Seriously, I don't want you to think I charged in there because I didn't trust you. I guess I was just after something else. Something you can't find in the Black Garden. Or anywhere else. I thought I had accepted death That's part of the whole Cloud Strider deal, you know? Our service, our sacrifice. I'm not afraid of dying. Really. But I never considered what it'd be like to keep fighting when... And I know this pain is to remind me that I'm still breathing, but how can I when there's this giant hole where a person used to be? He didn't prepare me for this part. At least now I get why Osiris is the way that he is. I owe him an apology. And I owe you my thanks, Guardian. Thank you for everything.
Yo, I appreciate you guys watching, always helping support the channel. Any like, share, or follow is always helpful and much appreciated, but definitely not needed or unnecessary. But I do appreciate you guys out there that support my content, and if you want to see me do any future build videos or break down stuff that I'm using, etc., playthroughs, maybe full gameplay walkthroughs, stuff like that, let me know down in the comment section, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
When you said you understood, I never asked why.
She saved me. As she always did. Throughout all the lives we shared, she was always my better. Just before she told me don't lose hope in the darkness. She must have known what I'd find here.
What was her name?
Sagira.